Okay, good day. Now, this time let's have our first verse for our diagram. It's taken from Proverbs 10 verse 1. I will read the text. It says, "A wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish son brings grief to his mother." Now, before we will diagram this sentence, we must understand that we need to identify the subject, the verb, direct object, prepositional phrases, and others. Now, for this sentence, what do you notice? First, I want you to identify the subject. Where is the subject in this sentence? Okay, you got it right. The subject is son. What else? Okay, another son. Very good. Now, do we have a verb here or verbs? Okay, very good. We have the word brings, and then another brings. Now we just identified. Now let me underline the verb twice, and then the other verb twice. Okay, what else do you notice? Do we have a direct object? Yes. What are those? Very good. Now we have the direct object joy. Son brings joy. And then for the second sentence, for the second line, son brings grief. What else do you notice? We have this what we call prepositional phrases. We have the first prepositional phrase, to his father. Let me encircle this one. And then another prepositional phrase, to his mother. So if you look at it, there are words that are not identified yet. A wise, a foolish, and the word but. Okay, so we have the verbs, we have the subjects, we have the direct object. We already identified the prepositional phrases. But what is a here and wise? Very good. A and wise describes describe the son. Okay, even without the wise, it could be a son. So this a is actually an adjective. It's an indefinite article that describes the son, a son. And then this one also, wise, describes the son. What kind of son? Is he a wise son? Okay, it describes the son. Okay, we also have the word a and then foolish. What are those? What are these things? These are also what we call adjectives, because a, foolish describe the son as well. Okay, so we now have adjective, subject, verb, direct object, prepositional phrase with the preposition to, and then when you talk about preposition phrase, it has an object of the preposition. The object of the preposition of the word to here is father. His is actually, it describes the father. Okay, whose father is that? The son's father. Okay, So we also have another prepositional phrase here. When we talk about prepositional phrase, we always have a preposition to and then the object of the preposition mother. Here describes the mother. Okay, we have one word left, and that is the word but. Okay, what kind of word is but? What do you think is that word? Any wild guess? Yes, you got it correctly. But is actually a conjunction. But what kind of conjunction is the word but? If you notice, I intentionally wrote the two lines this way. A wise son brings joy to his father, but another line, a foolish son brings grief to his mother. It has the same amount, right? Okay, now the word but there is a conjunction. Yes, you are correct. And it's considered as the coordinating conjunction. Okay, because it joined two sentences or two ideas. But for but, though we connect two ideas, this actually contrasts. The first line contrasts the second line. Now, since we were able to identify the words in this verse, now it's time for us to diagram this sentence. Okay. Now, we must take note that for each baseline, we will only put sa baseline po natin, ang ilalagay lang po natin dyan, the words that we will be putting in the baseline are subject, second, verb, and then direct object if there is any. Okay. Now, for the first line, a wise son brings joy to his father. Where is the subject? Okay, very good. It's a son. Let me write the word son here. Okay, that's a son, right? And then, what kind of son? A wise son. Okay, so I will put a here, because a is an indefinite article and it pertains to son. It describes a son, a son. Okay, it's not a specific son, or it could be any son. Okay, what else? What kind of son? Wise son. Okay, since it describes a son, I'll put another line here. A wise son. Okay, these two words are underneath the son because it describes the son. Now this is the subject, and what's the verb? This one, brings. Let me write the word brings. Take note that in our baseline we will only put subject, verb, and direct object. Okay, brings. So this verb is actually a present tense. And then what else? Do we have a direct object? Yes. Son brings what? Joy. So I'll put joy here. Now, son brings joy. Now what's lacking on our first line? A wise son brings joy to whom? Brings joy to his father. So to his father, since it's a prepositional phrase, then we'll put it underneath what? Joy to whom? To his father. Okay? Put to the preposition to, because the word to is a preposition, and then to father. Object of the preposition is father. And then whose father? His father. Okay. Now, are you still there? Are you following me? So we have the first line, son brings joy. That's our baseline. And we have this adjectives and even modifiers. So a wise son brings joy to whom? To his father. Now we have the but first. We have the but, so I will create so put but here. Okay. And then I will create another line. Okay. For the second line, what's the subject? Okay. Very good. It's the sun. Put the sun here. Verb brings and then we also have the what for the baseline. This is our first baseline since it has a subject and verb, and then for the second baseline we still have the subject, verb, and then the direct object, grief. Okay, what kind of son? A foolish son. A foolish. It describes the son. The son is foolish. Brings grief to whom? To his father. To his mother rather. So this one again is a prepositional phrase with the preposition to, and then the object of the preposition to is mother. This one will go down since it describes the mother. Okay, so I will put to object of the preposition mother. Okay, and then whose mother? His mother. Okay, so now we will only be able to diagram this verse if we can clearly identify each word. Which one is the subject, which one is the verb, direct object, preposition, and so on and so forth. So for this time being, we just learned on how to diagram Proverbs 10 verse 1. Do you have questions and clarifications? You may ask it today. Thank you.